I got the moves. I got the moves. Oh, I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta make the city move. Like, whoa. I make the city move. I got the move.
Sing that shit.
Player versus player debates are a huge topic in today's NBA community, as everyone wants to know who is better than who and try and make a top 10 list or find out who is the GOAT, etc. One interesting subsection of this debate is the argument between Klay Thompson and DeMar DeRozan. These two always seem to be right next to each other in the best shooting guard lists in the NBA. Especially over the last season, the discussion between who is better has grown between these two, and in today's video, we will be taking a look at who is better using B-Soul's Battleground system. Thank you so much to ModernHoops for doing the collab with me, it means a whole lot, so go check his channel out and the video we made there too, links are in the description. If you're new here and enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe for more NBA content, but with that being said, let's see who is better. But before we start, I'd just like to quickly recap the system we'll be using to determine who is better. Here are the rules. Each player is given a score out of 10 from each category, and the total score is added up at the end. The categories are scoring, passing, rebounding, defense, clutchness, leadership, value, and accomplishments. Now with the rules set, let's find out who is better. Scoring. Klay 10, DeRozan 9. Now I think it's kind of obvious why I've given Klay a perfect score here. Klay Thompson is one of the greatest shooters of all time. He has such incredible range and efficiency. Even though for most of his career he's been known as a second or third option, and now this season he may even be a fourth, this hasn't stopped him from becoming one of the greatest shooters of all time and averaging nearly 20 points a game for his entire career, and having a career 3-point percentage of 42.2%, which is absolutely insane. That's why I give Klay props for that. But I do think it'd be wrong to underrate DeRozan here. Though he obviously doesn't have the range and similar amazing scoring ability to what Thompson has, he still has managed to average nearly 25 points a game the last 3 seasons and shoot 45% from the field during that time. That's incredible. And though it's obviously not Klay level, it's certainly worth a 9.
Passing, Klay 5, DeRozan 6. Now both of these players aren't exactly known as being fantastic passers at all. They are mainly known for their scoring ability, but this isn't to say that these players are below average passers. For Klay, the Warriors thrive off passing, and through it may not reflect in the stats. Klay plays a huge role for the Warriors in their ball movement, but he's not a John Wall type of guy, so that's why I'm only going to give him a 5 in this category. But for DeRozan, again, he's not known for his passing ability, but he still clearly has talent in that area, as he averaged 5 assists per game last season and 3 assists per game for his entire career. So for that reason alone, I decided to give him a 6, but these guys aren't phenomenal passers, we all know it, so that's why you could say the scores are a bit low in this category.
Rebounding. Thompson 4, DeRozan 4. This is again a category where neither of the players thrive. This is of course expected, as the two players are shooting guards, so rebounding isn't a huge part of their game. Thompson only averages around 4 a game, 3.8 to be precise, and around 3.1 rebounds for his entire career. DeRozan is extremely similar as well, with him averaging just under 4 in the 2017-18 season and just over 4 for his entire career. So obviously they aren't the greatest rebounders, but they are guards, so I'm not going to hate too much here. Seeing as they are almost identical in rebounding numbers, I'm giving them a tie, but there's not much else to be said here, so let's move on to the next one.
Defense, Klay 9, DeRozan 5. Now, Klay Thompson's score is clearly deserved. He is known as one of the best defenders at his position, and if not, one of the best defenders across the entire league. And if it wasn't for his outstanding scoring ability, Klay's defense would be his trademark attribute. He's an insane perimeter defender and has locked down multiple NBA superstars. DeMar DeRozan, on the other hand, well, is not so great. For DeRozan, on a good night, he's bad at defense, but on most nights, he's a complete liability. In my opinion, if DeRozan wants to transform himself into the next level star everyone is expecting him to be, he must improve on that end of the floor. That's probably the worst part about his game at the moment, and if he can't improve on that end of the floor, then we might be seeing a pretty disappointing season from the Spurs. But who knows, man. That's our reasoning for giving DeRozan a 5 out of 10.
Clutchness. Klay 8, DeRozan 7. The reason why I'm giving Klay an 8 is due to the fact that I've never really seen him choke or miss a clutch shot before. You could say he choked in the 2016 NBA Finals, but I think Klay wasn't a huge contributor to the way that series panned out. He was still playing at quite an elite level, probably not as high as he was during the season, but still a good level. And the series prior to that, he scored 63 points in 3 quarters and saved the 73-9 Warriors from an early elimination. He isn't really the main guy to get the last shot, so that kind of explains why I haven't seen too many clutch makes and misses from him, but I don't think that should stop him from getting a decently high score. Now for DeRozan, this score may trigger some people. On this channel, I'm kind of known as a DeRozan hater, and trust me, I'm not. I love DeRozan and his game, but I just call it how I see it. And what I see from DeRozan in clutch moments is typically a choke, mainly in the playoffs. I give him a 7 because in the regular season, he's fantastic. But in the playoffs, he doesn't do so well, and I don't think I have to explain all over again how he's continuously underperformed in the past. So that's why he's getting a 7.
Leadership, Klay 7, DeRozan 9. Now the reason why Klay is only going to get a 7 here is because he doesn't seem to have a major leadership role on the Warriors, but to be fair, he probably does have some type of role, but since he's not the main star or option on the Warriors, there's a good chance he's not as impactful leadership wise as DeRozan. But when DeRozan was on the Raptors, it was clear that he was the leader and the main option guy. You could see it when he was on the floor, and I believe that these leadership qualities will continue over to the San Antonio Spurs as well.
Value, Klay 8, DeRozan 9. Klay is getting an 8 here for a couple of reasons. He is very valuable to the Warriors system. Even though he isn't a first or second option, maybe not even a third option, Klay still plays a huge role on the Warriors with their ball movement. However, if you do remove him from the Warriors, I have no doubt they could still succeed. They'd just be a lot less effective, and I'd expect their 3-point shooting impact to go down. For DeRozan, he was clearly a huge part in taking the Raptors to multiple deep playoff runs. On the Spurs, you could expect them to potentially be a bottom feeder without him, so he clearly plays a huge value role over there too.
Achievements, Klay 8 and DeRozan 7. Now for this one, it was going to be tied at 7, but we decided to change it to an 8 as Klay has won 3 rings while DeRozan has won none. Otherwise, these guys are pretty close in this category as well. They're both 4-time All-Stars and 2-time All-NBA players. Klay also made the All-Rookie team in 2012 while DeRozan failed to do it in his rookie season. But that's why we're going to give Klay the edge over DeRozan in this category. But once again, you know, it was pretty close.
So there are all the categories, with each player given a score. Now let's add them up and see who wins. After doing the math, Klay Thompson finishes with a score of 59 and DeRozan finishes with a score of 56, which means Klay Thompson is the better player out of the two. In my opinion, defense was the biggest factor here in determining who was better, so clearly Klay's superstar offensive and defensive abilities combined are better than DeRozan's just superstar offense with average defense. But what do you guys think of this? Who is better in your opinion, DeRozan or Thompson? Let me know in the comment section below. Again, a massive thank you to ModernHoops for doing this collab with me. We'll have one on his channel too. Links to that video and his channel are in the description. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.
But with that being said, thank you so much for NoDefense for having me on here. But with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.
So they gon' melt them like a fucking cube. Niggas, no. Yeah, they know, nigga. If I bet, I'ma let that shit go. Bounce out with hoes. If a nigga won't smoke, he get smoked. Niggas, no. If I bet, I'ma let that shit go. Bounce out with hoes. If a nigga won't smoke, he get smoked.